Welcome back to 5 Minutes of X, where 5 usually means somewhere between 5 and 10. I'm reading every mutant comic Marvel ever made, month by month, and this week, we're donning our wizard robes and casting some spells. So today we're covering the first 2 comics starring the Mad Merlin, though in one of them he's actually not the villain, which is kind of a surprise here. The character won't be seen again until X-Men number 30 and rarely after that. It's still up in the air if he's actually a mutant, but he's in so few issues that it's easy just to cover him and play it safe. I'm going to call him a mutant until further notice. Journey into Mystery number 96 was released on July 2nd, 1963. It was written by Stan Lee with art by Joe Sinnott. There is another script note about Robert Bernstein, credited as R. Burns on the script, but I'm not sure what's happening there, so I'm just going to pass by it. Our second book is Strange Tales number 134, released on April 8th, 1965. This book has Stan Lee listed as writer and editor, with Bob Powell listed as writer and artist. Bob has been pulling double duty on many books during this era. It's really unclear how much of this was written by Stan or if Bob just did both. So we open Journey into Mystery with Thor spying on a sarcophagus being unloaded at the New York City docks. The 1,000-year-old body coming to New York is the talk of the town, with the paper spilling tons of ink on the story. The sarcophagus is opened and the body of Merlin is perfectly preserved inside. A surprise to the scientists, who then just leave his body alone. Once alone, Merlin awakens. He cast a spell on himself 1,000 years ago to trick his enemies into thinking he was dead. The spell was supposed to break when the sarcophagus opened. It just took this long for anybody to open it up. At the time, he was trying to take over the court of Camelot, and this whole section has Big Trouble in Little China low pan introduction energy, and I am just totally here for it. Okay, so his inner dialogue covers a lot of cool backstory. As a magical mutant, he would concoct potions that masked the actual spells he was casting. Now in the modern era, he wants to pick up where he left off. And it appears he wants to lead from the shadows, and he actually wants to get the attention of John F. Kennedy by messing with a rocket launch. Thor fixes the rocket's trajectory and tracks Merlin down to the White House. Thor starts the action by smashing through a White House window. The two brawl through Washington, D.C. using the Washington and Lincoln memorials as set pieces. It's actually kind of a cool action piece, couple pages there. Thor ends the battle by transforming into his human form in an effort to trick Merlin into thinking that he can assume any shape and is therefore like way more powerful. Merlin agrees to go back to sleep in the sarcophagus and does so. End of issue. Okay, Strange Tales actually takes us back the 1,000 years. The Watcher, in modern time, breaks his own rules and intervenes in a plot that Kang has made to rule Camelot himself and change history. Kang recognizes that Merlin would be a major blocker for his plan, and has him locked up. We don't delve into if Merlin is a villain at this point. When the Watcher brings the Thing and Johnny Storm to the past to stop Kang, Johnny Storm releases Merlin, who then helps the two heroes defeat Kang. Everyone returns to their own time, and it all just ends well. That's actually it for this issue, so... So Journey into Mystery is very of its era. The storytelling is extremely A to B to C, with zero need to dig any deeper, think any harder, anything like that. The way Merlin hopped to our time period is fun, and having this issue set against New York City, Cape Canaveral, and Washington, D.C. gives the issue sort of a grander feel. It's fine. The Strange Tales issue is a narrative mess. It doesn't have anything to say, really, and Kang is so easily defeated by Merlin that it makes the Fantastic Four seem weak. I think someone at Marvel was just looking to tell a Knights of the Round Table story with their modern characters. I can't fault that. I mean, it too is fine to do that. It's just less good than the other issue. Less good. All right. Cerebro is powering down for character info, reading lists, and all the other nerdy mess I get myself into. Head on over to Jordy.com. New episodes drop Wednesdays at noon and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Remember, Merlin is basically Schrodinger's mutant, a character who hovers between mutant and not simply because no one followed up.